It's Badd Popp here. I got nothing but bad news for Miss Tess Holliday. And you might want to put down the pizza, and the breadsticks, and the cheese sticks, and the spinach dip, and the guacamole. And I'm gonna put my foot up your big fat ass. If you haven't heard of Tess Holliday, you might have been living under a rock. It's probably a rock well worth living under. I'm gonna get a little harsh here for you fat fatties out there. But I'm really going after you fat fatties who are lazy or don't give a f***. There's a big difference between the FLFs out there, the fat lazy fatties like Tess who want to eat everything and still force you to think they're attractive. And then you have those people out there who have legitimate medical issues, I won't go through the list, and they can't help it. Those people, they have my sympathy. Well, that being said, get ready to test your blood sugar levels and, quite frankly, shit your pants.
The fuck?
Yeah. First, we're gonna start off with a short biography of Miss Tess Holliday and this f***ed up butt funny. And you'll see it has 2 T's because when your butt's that big, it's worth it. And the dude she's married to either gets on top and does all the work, or he's one rubber bone motherfucker, if you know what I mean. Because if he wasn't, quite frankly, he'd be buried in the backyard with all of the other crushed family pets. You know what I'm saying? Mrs. Kill you when you roll over in your sleep? Miss Holliday was born on the 5th of July, 1985, and the fireworks the day before were not for her. But at the age of 30, her career as a BBW model probably will last as long as, I don't know, a bottle rocket. And one of the things she's also famous for is she's always spouting that she's a body positive activist. If you have a meat suit and you're here on Earth, you might want to take care of it, because there's a big difference between being body positive and then being positive you're gonna die by 45. What we have now are the stats that she's released to the public, and not the ones I believe her doctor is giving her. You should probably lose weight because you're going to die.
Why are you fat shaming me? I'm happy with my body.
And I'm sure all the other whales in the oceans are happy.
That just means you don't give a fuck.
You got me. And here we go. Body mass index of 46.6. But hell, let's just round that up to 47. Body weight, 280 plus. And her height, 5'5" tall. Wow, that is one meatball of a hobbit. I'm not really intentionally trying to fat shame this woman because I think she's doing a great job of doing it herself. Is she 280? Or is she over the 300 hill, steaming towards 350? Just saying. For being such a body positive activist, you might want to be more accurate with your weight, because after all, you have nothing to be ashamed of, right? Winning? No. If your BMI is 47 plus and you're lying about your weight and you're still shoveling calories upon calories into your goddamn squirt extractor and with a straight face say,
I'm a body positive activist.
it is not positive to encourage kids and young adults to eat until they die at 45. Are you crazy? She thinks it's okay for people to eat as much as they want, get as fat as they want, and they shouldn't be shamed or socially ostracized. You are typically correct on that, except we cannot help it if we're genetically programmed to select mates that we can be with for the long haul, can reproduce, and 3, exhibit survivability. Listen, if you're 5'5" and you're over 3 bills, you're a liability. That's not shaming or ostracism. That's you not being able to run away from the predator. Reality equals harsh, which equals Darwinism. And if you don't like that, I don't know, go to another goddamn planet. Bummer for you. I said this in my book. Reality is a harsh mistress, and I wish you were for me. And that woman won't even give me an HJ in the back of a Honda that runs on hamster farts in Del Taco. Believe me, I asked. Why don't we take all that shame and social justice warrior BS and sweep it aside? Because what I'm trying to deal with here is an epidemic of fatness. This is not fat shaming, it's medical fact. If you are morbidly obese, you can expect some, if not all of these symptoms to hit you as you get older. We're not talking about models like this who are teetering on full German, because as you can see, they are quite healthy. We're talking about those people who have cankles, yankles, and shankles. Basically, when you hold out your arm and that thing that's hanging there that's supposed to be your tricep, that thing full of muck, hangs down and blocks the elbow. If you are operating at this level of gelatinous fat, things are gonna start to break down. First one, osteoarthritis. Basically, your structure can't support your fatness. You know who works with reality? Who is the harsh mistress? Gravity, and he's a dick. Gravity and reality, they're gonna turn you into a bunch of Chinese finger cuffs if you don't dump that weight. Heart issues, and there's basically several ones, so I broke them down for you so you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're so big that your heart just can't pump enough blood, and it's working so hard that it's starting to fail and wear out. Or number 2, your heart adjusts and gets bigger until it's so big it no longer pumps effectively, which causes congestive heart failure. One of the side effects of eating so much cheese that you shut down a whole dairy farm is clogged arteries and a heart attack. Not to mention all that Chinese food you shovel into your endless pie hole is full of sodium and other chemicals, which will build plaque and calcium in your organs, which adds to the organ shutdown. Kidney failure, winning, no.
Mama, may I have cookie?
No, diabito. Roll back to kitchen.
Oh.
And next, we got one that is very common. We call this diabetes.
Diabetes.
Hey, my uncle has diabetes, and he's doing okay.
You're not really taking into account that he manages his sugar, he eats properly, and he exercises, none of which you're doing. So guess what? You're gonna become a circle walker real quick, because amputation is one of the effects of unmonitored diabetes. And you know what another side effect of diabetes is? Blindness, which is good for you, but not for us, because all of us have to endure your fatness. Blindness is actually quite good for the woman with a body positive image who's over 300 pounds. Yeah. And after you get your leg or legs cut off, and you're laying in bed getting fatter by the minute and blind, you'll develop neuropathy, and your organs will start to fail. Winning, no. And then you get to sue the poor schmucks who can't lift you out of the fucking bed because they have to cut the wall down and get a forklift to take you to the hospital. You hear that, Tess? This isn't me fat shaming, this is me fortune telling. I know you're used to getting your fortunes in a cookie, but when you're developing your fat suit and you're channeling your inner sumo wrestler, you're gonna get sleep apnea. And what that is your own body weight is pressing down on your chest and neck and closing your airway when you're asleep. So you wake up gasping for breath. It's gonna cause oxygen deprivation, which will affect your brain and later your heart and organs. You're gonna be at a higher chance for cancers and liver disorders. All of those medical issues, make it rain, baby. Costs a hell of a lot of money to treat. And thanks to Obamacare and his Affordable Care Act, we're all gonna be paying for it. And if you think for 1 second that Miss Holliday at the age of 30 is gonna earn enough money between now and the time she quits doing this BBW modeling to cover these expenses, you're smoking synthetic crack. Bottom line, Tess, you're a 280 pound plus time bomb who wants other people to become time bombs as well. You wanna stuff your pie hole, squirt extractor, king dong eater all you want? I don't care. But don't you dare step to my face and say I have to find you attractive, because I certainly do not, you Godzilla swimming hoover.
Here's me naked. I'm not a fan. How dare you? You and your preferences?
Don't ever date a woman who can empty the pool with one cannonball. Hey Tess, I understand you're a little upset at me, but hey, this is f***ed up but funny, and it is ridiculous. And if you really are upset, comments below. Don't bother trying to chase me down, baby, because I can hear you coming. Not to mention, I don't think the tectonic plates would handle it, but hey, that's a little bit too far. All you ladies out there who gravitationally challenged, if this rings a bell with you and you want to lose weight and quit going to the dollar menu, check out our Patreon and PayPal links. Throw some money below so we can keep doing this. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because if you do, I'll tell you the secret on how to make you run. And that's put some bacon grease on you and drop you off in Alaska. He said muck! He said muck! That is funny. You got an ass that big, it's worth 2 T's. Oh, fee, fi, fo, and fum. If you are morbidly... If you are not breathing correctly, it causes oxygen deprivation, which causes problems for your heart. Your heart. Hang on. It's in the wrong spot. Hang on. I'm a dude. My heart's in my brain. A chick's brain is here. God, that's a show in itself. God, this is how we get episodes. This is how we. You are totally correct.